first song we're going to do is called Never Did, and it is off of our first release as Tear Blue. The song was actually written like almost 9 years ago. So it's just something I wrote at a time where I just wanted to write something that was just driving and had good energy. So I wrote this song actually on bass, and I had just moved out. I was like 18 years old, and was just in my bedroom one day and had a bass plugged in to an amp, had some overdrive on it, and I was like, I want to write a song that just comes in ripping, mainly with a very driving bass line, and it still does that to some degree, but it's really changed. Not necessarily the way that I sing it or that I play it, but just it's not as fast, I guess, as I initially wrote it. It was a little slightly different tempo, but other than that, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I want to say Never Did is and probably will be one of our favorite songs to play off of this record, simply because I feel like it's such a driving song, and most of the other songs on the record are much more, I don't want to say soft, but the guitar tones are much cleaner. I feel like it focuses a lot more on like vocal melodies, whereas this song, it feels like it comes in with a riff, and the guitars are soaring from the beginning of the first verse, and I feel like if there was like a pure rock and roll song on the record, it'd be this one. So,
what's up, you guys? We're Tear Blue, and this is our Toast and Jam session. The song's called Never Did.
I think I Pick You may have been the very first song that we wrote, like, collectively in the studio. Like, I think Caleb came with, like, a very skeletal structure of the song and laid a scratch track. And then I kind of wrote bass on the spot. Jake came in with guitar, Ethan, Keats, etc. We hadn't ever played that song as a band at practice or anything, probably for like 2 years.
With I Pick You being like the first full single that we dropped, we just wanted to give people a song that was a good balance of rock but still had a kind of softer edge to it as well in the verses. And it's just a really catchy song. It's also one that we've had kind of tucked in the pocket for a while now. And I think it's right on par with stuff that we've released previously. To me, I Pick You is like a declaration of sorts as to how, like, hey, I'm human, but I love you, and you're the one that I want to be with, so regardless of what happens, I pick you, you know what I mean? Because I talk about it in the song, and I know I was joking around earlier, everything I write is not fiction. Some of it is, but most of it's not. So that song to me was just kind of like not necessarily an apology, but I'm just like, hey, you gotta be careful navigating the waters of life, and choose your friends wisely, but also be accepting of them as people. And look, sometimes I can be a dick. I'm sorry, but I love you, and here we are. Take me as I am. This next one's called I Pick You. Have you ever been so close to someone before? So close that you thought you knew who they were. They go and pull the trick and it catches you off guard. When your shit hits the fan, then you find out who they are. Learn a little more about yourself, things that you can manage and things that you need help with. No, there is nothing wrong with trusting other people. Just don't get too involved unless you want to keep on. I believe that we were meant for each other, and it makes me feel a little better. I don't want to die, and I need a hand to hold, and I pick you. I pick you. I pick you. I So the last song we're playing is In Deep, and that one kind of snuck its way onto the record. We didn't really have any intentions of it being on the record, and I think Brent and I were talking, or some of us were talking one day at a rehearsal or a meeting, and Brent was like, how would you feel if you just recorded just the first part of In Deep and put that on the album as an intro? We've talked about going back and recording, like a studio version for the full-length song, but I think, what we're accomplishing here today will be sufficeable for that. But
is that a word?
Sufficient? That will suffice?
That's correct.
Hold on, I'm going to hit up this thesaurus, I'll come right back.
That one honestly got developed over and over again. We would write parts, and then we would hate it, and then we would play it, and then we'd write some more parts, and then we'd play it different almost every single time live, I think, because we were always just trying to figure it out, and it took several years. And this is probably one of my favorite songs, and it's not even, recorded what we're going to be doing. And this one, honestly, to me, it still has a lot of structure, but there's some room for a good jam, and it gets, it kind of builds up, it goes all over the place. It's really fun to play.
Yeah, I think lyrically, honestly, because it was technically like the first song we put out, and I feel like that also is a good kind of like reintroduction, just because it talks about a few things that are very personal insight, but also apply to a lot of people's lives. So I love the song. I'm glad it's on the album, but that one just barely made it on there. This last one's called In Deep. Throw my voice when I'm singing songs about how I feel. Now it takes so long to try and change to who I wanna be. Writing down words that only make sense to the people I love, my closest friends. I'm sorry if I ever broke my word. Indeed. Thanks for watching. Mwah.